Oh, what the heck is going on over there? What? Who said you could do that now? Oh, can't do that. Gonna have that guy come up right there. What's gonna happen? I know. I just know it. Static electricity. I had a girlfriend. All she did was give me static. I could use her for a noise source. But yeah. Anyway, that's what to do. Get to do it. We are going to go back into the game. The sim. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. So anyway, radiation. Can't live with it, can't live without it, everything. I don't know. Oh, I forgot something. Huh. Back I go. I thought I had a cookie. Just put this one somewhere. Put that one. And so, basically, alright, this is a spoiler. But, you know, maybe if some people might need the help and just can't figure things out. I mean, I've been there, you know. It's really hard to get to the point where you got to make those those radiation panels. Well, I've made it even more difficult. So I looked in my resource definitions, and discovered that in order to make these panels, which I already knew, you have to have carbon fiber. Well, to make the carbon fiber, you've got to have 3 components. And when you have 3 components as an input, you've got to have the large factory. Now that I think of it, I guess on Europa you've got to have the large factory anyway, because you've got to have a different type of a drill right up front. You've got to have ceramic, which is a different, you know, it's a much harder type of material. And I can't replace that in the drop. There's no drops there. So I could actually make another drop and put one in there, in Europa. And then I could probably remove this ball. I could remove one of the small ones, maybe. I don't know. I could actually do that, because I haven't released that scenario yet, but... So, I'm just deliberating here. Going into my, I like to listen to that song, it won't repeat. Oh, maybe it'll repeat this time. Oh good, I got the autoplay shut off now. So I'm going into the backups. Mods. Europa. Chemistry. So if I look at synth, TCOM base, which is all of the synth for both Europa, Mars, everything. To make the carbon fiber, we use carbon, hydrogen, and sulfuric acid. Why sulfuric acid? Because we do. That's what it's made of. That's a real product. That's not some fake thing I just pulled out of a book. And you get carbon fiber. No, I suppose I could. You can't even. Well, you could. You know, I'm having some deja vu here. I thought about providing carbon fiber instead of fiber in that there's this plastic and this fiber, but you can't break down carbon fiber. You cannot break it down. You can break fiber down. You just gotta have the 3 inputs to make it. See, that's the issue. And on the Mars scenarios, you cannot have that big machine. I'm not gonna do it. There's no way. In fact, I probably should have even gotten rid of that, but if I provided the carbon fiber to make those radiation panels, I'd have to look into scripts, entities, configs, building blocks, floor, rad shield. There's a small one. And there's a large one. So if I look at the small one, it consists of, oh, it does use plastic. Aluminum, iron, carbon, plastic, and carbon fiber. No, I could include it. No, I can't. Yes, I can. I can because, yes, I could include those. Instead of making that fiber or one of the other bottles, if I had 4, that's each of them uses 10. The other tools use those too. And I wanted to make an atmospheric tool. Each tool uses 10 units of carbon fiber. Damn. Oh, it only uses 1. What? Oh, each tool only uses 1 unit of carbon fiber. That's interesting. You know, I want to do this. I want to change that scenario. I want to add carbon fiber, but how do I do it? What's the manganese for? What's the, let me look at my, I want to provide the carbon fiber, but on Europa they'll have to make it, because they'll have the thing anyway. And that shouldn't be too much of a deal. I don't know. Split TCOM base. There's chlorine. Manganese is used to open fiber. Manganese is used to open fiber. Why do I even have that? Why don't I get rid of that? Acquire fiber. Well, how do I? What do I use to make fiber with? Let's see here. I just want to see how. I think I can make fiber with a small factory. There's 2 types of fiber. There's aircraft. Wait a minute. Synthetic fabric fiber. Cheap plastic. Damn it. If I go into the soup patch, inventory. Shit. Where the hell is the soup patch now? Building blocks. Bear with me. Soup patch uses fabric, glue, and plastic. Fabric, glue, and plastic. I can make the fabric, but I can't make that fiber. Fiber cannot be made. Fiber is... There's 60 units of fiber. Cheap plastic can be made. What else uses fiber? I don't know. I don't think those building materials, there's no serious building materials that use it. Maybe the cables or something. The cables might use it. Is it power? That's not in them. Vehicles, supplies, window, wall, tools, airlock, base, critical, furniture. I don't know where that... Oh, what's this floodlight? Machines. I don't know what that cable is. Power. Cable spool. That just has plastic in it. That should have fiber. That should have fiber in it. Probably 20 units of it. I wonder if that's the same with the other, you know what? The other mod. It's resource cables. I'm looking at it now. Scripts, entities, configs, building blocks. That's gotta have fiber. That's the cable spools right there. Oh, they're using fabric. Did I put that in there? I got 20 fabric. I may have 40 fabric on... Excuse me. I got 40 fabric. 60, 50... You wait just a minute, I'm putting it in. Oh my god, that uses 90 aluminum and 90 iron. I'm adding that fabric to the cable spool in the stock. Fabric is in there. Fabric. So, okay. So that gets me back to the carbon fiber in... Okay, so that gets me back to... I know what I want to do. I'm going to provide the carbon fiber and get rid of... shit. Split, right here. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this creating fiber. I'm going to get rid of that. That's split. And I'm going to go into the backup. That means I've got to get out of the game. What the... It's this... I gotta bring the whole thing in. I made the change to that building, so I just copy the whole thing. I had to go to the scenario. How do I update the scenario? Just... Alright, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to quit the main menu. I had saved something at some point in there anyway, don't matter. Alright, I'm gonna go to my add-ons. I'm gonna unpack realistic resources. I'm gonna have this snack because I'm not gonna worry about nothing. Oh god, did I do it right? Yep. Chemistry, split TCOM base, hydrazine, archaea, brine, chlorine. That's making the fiber that's been removed. Damn it, what am I doing? This is the game. I need my user data. Copy. First I'm going to make me a backup. Oh God. There was another version here. Oh, that copy doesn't seem to be there. That's okay. I'll put it there. That's the backup there. Well, just to be on the safe side, let me do it again. So we're going to remove the manganese and fiber. That's taken care of. Then I have to go to building blocks, power, cable spool, and I'm just adding the fabric to that cable spool in the stock. Huh, the other ones don't use as much. Why do we even have that in there? You know, that might not even show. That wouldn't even show up, would it? Scripts. I don't know. Anyway, that's been added. I don't know if the other resource cable ones take the place of this. Oh, it uses the same one, but they dropped the resource amount because it's too high. Maybe I will too. There's 50 aluminum and 40 iron. Let's do that. That is excessive. Alright, so back over again. I'm multitasking because I'm stressing myself. Now all I gotta do is, that's in final. Now it's back in the game. So now I need to change the scenario. I'm going to do it manually. So I go back into the game, and I'll go ahead and oh no, I can't let you see that because now I'm playing the game already. If I change this, it only affects the original game, which I'm gonna, like, if I can't make it, at least now I've got another option to try again. And I happen to know exactly where that manganese is. It is right here, one of these bottles. That's magnesium oxide. I wonder if it's one of these resource bottles. Hydrogen, carbon, dewater, oxygen. I didn't have manganese. I didn't even have it in there. I had magnesium oxide. What's the magnesium oxide used for? I don't think there is anything. Split T-comp. There is no... Magnesium oxide has the magnesium. Oh, you know what? No, you wait just a cut and pick a minute now. I mean, just look and make sure. There's no magnesium. I had the magnesium oxide mixed up with the manganese. Now, manganese can be found. It's probably a soil. Well, there is some in rock, but I'm pretty sure there's some in soil here. Manganese oxide. Yeah, I can get it in soil 4 battery. I can pull it out. That's manganese oxide, so I can pull it out of there and get some manganese. But I'm not going to use that to unlock carbon fiber. I'm not going to do that. I think what I'll do is I'll take one of these cans. Maybe I'll take the hydrogen can. Because there's 2 of those. Dewater, and it's a little bit more of a useful product. So I'm going to take that hydrogen right there. And I'm going to change this to carbon fiber. I may just well make it 120 units, I don't know. I don't really want to make it that many. If I make it to 60, that's 6 floor pieces. Carb fiber. Right there. Now let me just make sure my times are correct. Everything's the same as what it is. Close. Put these back up. And save it. Now all I gotta do is go back and update it. I don't think anybody's tried it yet anyway. If they do, they're going to be pleasantly surprised, let me tell you. Okay, update on Steam. Alright, good, it's updated. So now, oh shit. I didn't reload the mod. Or does that matter? Yeah, it does. I think it matters. Fuck. I've got to repack the mod. I gotta repack and enable the mod, or the resources won't show up in the scenario. Come on, baby, let's update that puppy. Mars Destiny 1 update. Now, I won't see the change because I'm playing game saves. I don't really care. We'll see what happens. I'll be alright, maybe. I suppose I could go run over there. I'm sure it's there. Now, what the heck? Let's go run over there. Do I want to do that? I mean, that's going to take a little while. You know what? I'm not worried about it. Let's just go ahead and, I'm sure it's there. Alright, so I've got my oxygen. The next step is to build a printer, and then for that we don't have those plates, but we can't make them. Now, if I go back to my little cheat book up here, I wrote down my reasonings behind what size printer we're supposed to build. Look at all this stuff here. Let's see what we got. Got it written down here somewhere. I thought I did. What the hell? I thought I wrote these numbers down. That's gonna be a process making this iron, I'm telling you. I thought I wrote it down. I don't know what I did with it. I could have sworn I wrote the numbers down. Oh, here it is. So the last number I came up with was a 3x4x4. The reason for that, that's huge. That's really huge. We were supposed to make the small one to make the plates. We can't make the plates. We have to make the large factory in order to get the other processes going. That's the priority. We have to make sure we can get the hydroponics and the water and the large factory in. So I'll have to look at the once we get going to building this stuff here. Right now, what is it, nighttime or getting towards, okay, where am I? I'm supposed to go to sleep here, I guess. it's 2000 hours. Where did I end up? I got the oxygen in the tent. And those are empties. And we've got some supplies behind the tent over there. I believe we were just going to... Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're sleeping. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have to... No. The other mess has been taken care of over there. So, let's see. I need a food, water, and some vitamins. Let's see now with the vitamins. So each vitamin gives me 1 unit. So I could probably take... And sometimes when you eat food and water, that gives you vitamins too, so... Let's go grab a food and water over here. Those are some miscellaneous supplies that I brought up from down below. This is my waste area. Right here. The food automatically goes away. And my vitamins sort of went up a notch, so I could probably eat 2 vitamins. And we got tons of oxygen in there. Now I only have, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replenish my oxygen. Wait just a minute, let's do it this way here. It doesn't let you make mistakes, but I think one time I tried to open it and it opened and I lost all my oxygen. That's like, you know. So my plan is to go through another round of making another oxygen tank just as a backup. And I'll go over here and take care of this. That's really all you need to do. I mean, I could probably inspect this. It says it's in perfect condition. And the suit collects the oxygen. So it's filling up right now. Now, since I don't want to sleep the whole time, it's 11. Let's say sleep for 7 hours. So I will set this up here for 7 hours. And if we're lucky, we'll wake up at, let's see, 10, 30, 11, 30, 12, 31, 32, 33, 34, 4:30 in the morning. Or, I've only got like even half sleep uses like 8 or 10 hours or something. I like that little sleep mod. That way you don't sleep past the daytime or whatever. Let's see. It says 6:30. I thought it was supposed to be like 4:30 or something. If that's good, it's still... And I always go to sleep with the suit on, because bad things happen. Now we'll recycle the air. We get a full suit of oxygen. Our helmet is on, I hope. It would not be a good thing if it wasn't. And that looks pretty good. It'll get better than that. So, priorities. We are going to make the methane again. And I do have some dewater, but we got to make more dewater. To make the dewater, we use methane and carbon dioxide. To get the carbon dioxide, and I have to get my sodium hydroxide back up. That's sort of my priorities. I want to do that phase again. So that's a little bit more ingrained, I guess. Now let's see, what have I got here? I'd like to be able to turn this stuff over so I can see, you know, and it just doesn't want to stay put. Carbon gets recycled with that's my dewater. The dewater is for the sodium hydroxide and such. I could use 40 more units of that, but how do I don't even think. I mean, I need CO2 and stuff. We got some atmosphere, and we got some sodium hydroxide. I need to make more sodium hydroxide. That's what I need to do. So what have we got in this containers? Mars soil, sodium hydroxide. So what we need is we need to make some sodium oxide. We need to mine for that sodium oxide. Swiggity biggity. Oh. Guy goes, your stream intermission's still up, my friend. Oh, thank you for that note. I think I'd be like, my stream would be all over and it's still up there. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was sleeping earlier. I'm still sleeping. I haven't woke up yet. Anyway. Thank you for that little tip there. Tips are always appreciated. Especially when they're embarrassing ones. Let me just go to my list here. So we're doing number 2 because we've got sodium hydroxide. We're doing that. So iron oxide and nickel. Okay. So I've got one empty. Could probably remove this one. I think these are all empty. My work pace is a little bit slower now because I don't have to worry about the oxygen, but still, it's time is kind of the essence, I guess you could say. Alright, let's make some sodium oxide and iron oxide and nickel, hopefully somewhere. Sodium oxide, nickel, looks like that's our winner. And the priority is to make the sodium oxide in order to make more sodium hydroxide. And again, I'm sleeping right now. I haven't seen anyone play this game in a long time. Well, it's not a game anymore. This is a full-blown simulation. This is, I created a resource mod, and I worked on it for about 4 months altogether. And I also created a scenario just for this mod in Europa. Oh, it's more than nice. It uses real chemical reactions, catalysts, alloys, ceramics for Europa. It's my pride and joy, let me tell you. And the sodium hydroxide is what's used in the drills, but since I can't simulate that in the drills themselves, I simulate it by using it up in the factory process. So we've got 12 sodium oxide in there, and what will happen is we'll come up with 24 of the sodium hydroxide. At first, like when you start out, you use water to get the sodium oxide out of the soil. However, you can't do that continuously because otherwise you'd ruin the drill. So I've made an option for just to do that once with what I call dirty water. But then there's so many reactions in here. Look at this. That's Mars. This is Mars soil. The reaction, the drilling for the battery components. There's like 4 different drill sets for that. There's all these splitting reactions, which most of these are kind of basic, but there's some complicated ones in there. There's recycling liquid waste, solid waste, recycling water. There's all kinds of stuff. There's some unlocks for special materials to get a lot of stuff. There's only a few of those because your ship crash landed. And then there's some converters for the stock components, which they kind of messed up in my opinion. I put those in there so that this mod's actually compatible with any other mod. They have to be used. It's not can you use, they have to be used. There's different options. For example, there's different ways to make sulfur dioxide. This is synthesizing different chemicals. Now 3 of these, like the silicon tet and ceramic and that stuff, that's for Europa. There's an alloy that's created that saves 30% on iron by using nickel, which is in the Mars soil. And then there's a more complicated synthesis for the iron. Wait a second, where did it go? Oh, it's not here because that's in the big factory. The small factory, which only has 2 inputs and 3 outputs, goes through 5 steps, and it gives you a 30% savings. And then when you get to the large factory, which I have to build a printer to make that, it saves you 50% on actual iron use. Well, there's no repairs specifically. Nothing wears down, except for the fact that in the beginning, which is a good point, in the beginning, everything that's built with this iron alloy has to be considered not any good anymore when you get into the big factory, because the final product, which is an end game product, has carbon fiber in it, and the carbon fiber relies on only like 50% iron, because iron and aluminum are not the best products for cold environment. So that's why I decided to use a carbon fiber type material to supplant that. And then you've got all these battery processes. Look at this battery process. We're making, this is all to make one battery. You have to go through and make the parts, the liquids. These are all real reactions, real additions. They're equivalent chemical equations to make, and sulfuric acid. Well, it's in there, but I don't know if that's really used. Well, there's a zinc sulfate that's used. It's not sulfuric acid per se, but I guess it's sort of in there. And then there's then you got to make the plastic parts. You have to make battery part 2 uses stainless steel, which uses a small amount of chrome, and you got to get that out of the soil. It's a very long process just to make one battery. And there's a mod that has batteries, and to make the 3 kilowatt-hour battery, it uses 3 batteries, and that's just the small one. There's like a 3 kilowatt-hour, a 9 kilowatt-hour, and I think a 18 or something. So then, that's only the half of it. The rest of the half is the survival aspect, is the waste production and what I call chemical grow beds. So because Mars has no hydrogen, we have to grow the hydrogen, and how we do that is through waste processing. So we have this bacteria called archaea, and it goes through a process of you put the stuff in there and it does what it does, and out comes methane and methanol and a bunch of other things, sulfuric acid, hydrosulfuric, hydrogen sulfide, a bunch of stuff. And all of those outputs are used to go back into, some of them are used to go back into grow the bacteria, which is recycled, and the solid waste gets recycled. There's thing that we have to have glass. I make glass, and I use boron as an element to make the glass more ultraviolet protective. That's all in there. We're supposed to clean the machines, which I haven't done yet. And that's pretty much it. I mean, well, the grow beds are actually not on this list because they use the large factory. The scenario requires the rovers to go around and look for methane, the methane pockets. So if I go to, let's see the map here, and we'll pick up, I've got a rover up here. There's 2 rovers that drop in, and that's one of them. And that's because it's got night vision on, but it has the environmental assessment. It's got a package to study the rocks, which further on lead you to another mineral called olivine. And this is all real stuff. This is not made up or anything. Olivine has more iron in it. So by collecting the olivine later on and finding this stuff, the Martianaut will actually save even more on iron production, because iron's really scarce. It's there, but it needs to be, we can't live on iron alone. So, but anyway, you can see there's some things going on down in the valley and so on that have to be done. And all of that, the rover does that and looks for the methane spots. So right now, this rover is right here, and he's already found one of the methane spots. So there's more up along this ridge, somewhere over here, wherever the heck it is. But it hasn't discovered it yet, because it's got to do the explore points and such. Then there's the other rover, which does the basic searching for the explore points and such. And as you can see, the blue ones, those are the explore points that have to be done by this rover here. And I haven't gotten up there to do it because I don't have the time. Maybe at night or something I can move him up there. I'll drive him up there a little. And this rover is actually designed by me. It's a small rover. It's got the APXS, which is let's see if we go into the map. I don't know. There might be. I don't know if that's got APXS on it or not. Well, it does. That's to make sure that you know what you're mining, and there's all kinds of rules as far as the grids and the resources and that sort of thing. There's hazards. I've built hazards into the scenario. The rovers are going to break down, and there's some secret stuff in there. It's pretty cool. So if you like, you know, it's really kind of tense at the beginning. You know, there's some ways to use some stuff that you know, there's emergency resources that you can use to get into the game a little quicker. But I didn't do that. I wanted to try to save all of my emergency resources, which I did, and I was able to make my own oxygen and put it in that tent. And I had like I think 5 or 6 oxygen bottles left out of, I don't know, something like 50 or no, 30 I think it was. I mean, there's so much. There's a lot involved. You know, you got to put the food and the water down, and it's quite a lot to it. But anyway, so what do we got here? I want to go through this setup. We got the sodium oxide, so we got to have what dewater we've got and make some more sodium hydroxide. So what do we got here? We got some Mars soil. That's gonna come out. And I've taken these resource bottles, and I would hold the E button down sometimes and just lose all of my resources. Not really. It happens, you know. Right, that's an empty. So let's see. That's the iron. And I'm a lot better organized now too than I was before. Sort of. We need the dewater. And it helps. For me, it's okay because I know the processes because I've been designing the game. You know, for the new person, it's going to be a somewhat steep learning curve, but it's worth it. I think it is. So this goes over here. Trying to keep this stuff organized if I can. It's just these things roll all over the place. I forgot what this one is. That's aluminum there. We'll need that later on. Ah, look at this thing. It really challenges your patience, let me tell you. Let's grab this empty over here. It just wants to be grabbed, I guess. Alright, what do we got here? So we've got dewater. I need the sodium oxide. So what I'm doing now again is making the sodium hydroxide for drilling. And how I use this stuff, I use half of it for drilling and half of it to go back and make the sodium oxide again. But It's the I have to make this. Boy, I'm telling you, it is confusing even for me. You have to write all this stuff down. All right, so let's see. We're making. What are we doing here? You have to make sure we get the right process going, because there's multiple processes. So I'm just making sodium hydroxide. Now, I don't know. I thought I had some. What is this? That's the carbon. The carbon and the methane's over here. I don't recall using all of the sodium hydroxide earlier. That's the CO. That's the Mars atmosphere. That's empty. I can't see what that is. Those are all orange. These don't look very good here. I gotta move this stuff. I don't remember using all of the sodium hydroxide. I must have. You have to use everything. You gotta. I used up like aluminum. I think I burned through aluminum canisters back there. I just emptied them because I knew I could collect the aluminum later, in order to get the empty canisters to get the oxygen process thing going. I guess I only need one can here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll run this process a couple times. I gotta go over and get that methane. I think the methane one's already going. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so let's see. So I'm gonna take out the dewater again. I want to set this down over here. Oh good, is it gonna stay? Uh-oh. No, it doesn't like that spot, does it? Alright, dewater. Alright, now we bring back the sodium hydroxide. Is that empty? This one's empty. I'll put this. So what we're going to do is we're going to get more of... Where did the nickel go? So I want to put these back in here. We're going to run this process again. I don't know what this is. What is this? I can't even read it. I guess it's empty. Where did that nickel go? I lost the nickel. It's got to be right here. Okay, there it is. I think I'm doing this right. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. Oh, something's wrong. Something's missing. I gotta take out number 3 here. We want the sodium oxide back in there. Where did I do with that? Oh, I used it all. Okay, good. It's empty. We're making more of it. Alright. Alright, good. Now we got a program going here, I think. Now we just need the Mars soil. What is this? That's the atmosphere. That's an empty. There's some soil. Alright, sodium oxide. I can just barely read that. I know it's right. Now while that's doing that, I'm going to go over and clean off these panels here. I got a panel here I could be using for soil collection. It's not doing anything, so we're going to get this. I mean, even though it's not working, it's charging up the battery. So, you know, just because there isn't a process going, it doesn't mean that, you know, nothing can't be done, nothing's being wasted, no time's not being wasted. But still, I'd like to be ahead of the game as much as I can. I gotta clean these panels. I need an empty so we can get some soil going here. Now, while that's being all kinds of noisy and stuff, wait, what have I got here? I'm gonna walk over to this methane unit. This thing works pretty good. It's seems to be very efficient. These atmospheric processors. And they're not as noisy. So this unit's probably all done over here. This is for my methane. And so I'm expecting this to be done here. Let's see. It's got 111 units in there. Not sure why it's not. Wasn't quite done, I guess. And I discovered that I can only carry one of these bottles at a time. I tried to carry 6 of them in that printer. It doesn't work. 6 empty ones, yeah, I can do, but and then I've got little notices that come up that says I'm in that area anyway. But yeah, I have to do them one at a time. So I guess so right now my goal is to get more sodium hydroxide and kind of be ahead on it. And the printer, actually my refined resources are over here. Oh, this is still running. Why the hell is this running? Oh, it's that soil machine. Like, how come my process is running? There's nothing in there. That's because that stupid soil machine over there is so freaking loud. Empty. Oh, that thing is loud. Eventually I'll be in better areas, I think. It's not so noisy. I don't know what this is here. That's an empty. Somehow they got stuck in there. I'm just going to empty this. It only had 2 units of soil in there anyway. Now I get some more de-water. Oh, that's carbon. Oh god. I thought I just lost all my carbon. Oh, where's the de-water? Oh, I remember now. So again, what I'm doing is I'm going to extract more sodium oxide. Wait, that's the soil. What am I doing? I'm converting. Must be an empty. So I used all of the sodium hydroxide before because I knew that I was making more sodium hydroxide. So now we're making even more. Should have brought that methane over here. See, this process is pretty quick here. So we're definitely going to need more dewater. God, that thing is freaking noisy. I'll have to move that thing. I can't think of that noise. So this process is making the iron oxide, the nickel, and the sodium oxide. And I can keep going back and forth and doing this process using just sodium oxide, but eventually I'll run out of water. I need more soil. Let's see what we got here. There's 50 units there. And that one's almost full. Shut that damn machine up. Holy God, that is noisy. I gotta move that machine. That thing is freaking loud. I can't deal with that. Now what I'll do here is I'm going to transfer some soil to get a full barrel, and that takes no time at all. And then we'll take out this one, and I think what I'll do is I'm going to put this in here. Well, just let it run for now. What are you going to do, you know? So I can see now that I keep doing this to get almost one full can of iron oxide. And then I'll have this is how long it takes just to make one can. And I was thinking, oh god, oh god. I was wondering, I was trying to figure out my end product, like, can I build this printer? Will I have enough stuff to build everything with, you know? This has taken me like a whole day just to fill up one can of iron oxide. So far. So I'll just let it go. Let's see. Now theoretically what I could do is I can take half of the sodium hydroxide and use that for drilling other stuff. Now we'll see how far we get. That's actually going to get me... That will get me up to 80. Like 80 sodium oxide, like almost a full barrel. And that will get me like, you know, almost a full barrel of sodium hydroxide. I mean, I could fill, let's see, I could fill this up to, whatever I get in sodium oxide, I get double the sodium hydroxide. So right now I got 20 sodium hydroxide. So that right there will get me that's 66, so I'm going up by 2 units each time here. So I'll empty out the outputs, or take out the outputs, and then I will recycle sodium oxide. This is why I wish I had those racks. Because they come out of here straight. So if I had a rack here, I could just put that stuff in a rack. It would be so much quicker. So I'm losing like almost half a minute just putting this stuff on the ground here. Alright, so we're going to make more sodium hydroxide. This is our lifeblood right here. Alright, so what I want to do, I'm going to take that out of there. I don't want to make any more solar right now. I want to work on starting building the printer. I'll turn that down, I guess. Alright, so now we're just making, we can take this off, and we're just making sodium hydroxide. I'll let that run. Now I need carbon dioxide, and I kind of forgot how I got it. I didn't use the atmosphere. How the hell did I do it now? I separated the methane. Which is up here. Alright, so we don't split methane, we use it. So, atmosphere and sodium hydroxide gets us our methane. We need to make some more dewater. We've got some sodium hydroxide sitting there. I want to make some more methane. But I can't use that can down there. Okay, that's what I did before, and I just dumped the nitrogen and the argon. Now, there is a key to unlock. There's a one-time key that will unlock some resources for us. And that's hydrazine. That requires oxygen and hydrogen to unlock. That manganese one, I'm not doing. We have to unlock the archaea brine in order to do those processes. Now, that's a one-time use. So if I had, say, 100 nitrogen, I'd have 600 archaea brine that I could use to take out of that, I think. I can only use it once. Oh, I only get 30, 60. I need 40 units of nitrogen. That's what I need, 40 units. The rest of it I can expel, probably. I think 40 or 50. So how much? I don't know how much I've got in there. Oh, 1 unit? Oh, there must be a better way to get nitrogen than that. Holy crap. Nitrogen. There's no nitrogen in the soil. There's nothing in the rocks. No, I know there isn't. The only nitrogen I'm getting is in the atmosphere. Oh, if I do, I get 10 nitrogen from 100 atmosphere. I could theoretically do it. Just run that 6 times. Because I need the CO2 anyway. And I may have to save that argon. I got some empties. I got enough empties to do it with. So that means I need to run the atmospheric processor. Alright. Carbon dioxide. Where do I have carbon dioxide? I don't think I have any. I'm almost certain I don't have any. I want to run this process. I got an empty and dewater in there. Probably going to need an empty for the nitrogen and argon, so I'm going to save it this time. And the sodium hydroxide. We just need that. We need this. Oh, it's so much quieter without that damn machine going. So I don't have carbon dioxide? I guess I need an empty. Okay. Need this for the dewater anyway. Alright, there's the process: CO2, nitrogen, and argon. How much is this going to use? Because I can't use up all my sodium hydroxide. Uses 2 printed units per 10. So 246, it's only going to use 6 units of sodium hydroxide up. And while it's doing that, I will grab another empty. I don't know what this is. Oh, there's an empty. And we're missing an atmospheric processor. I'm gonna have to go get one. My vitals look good. Gonna eat some food in a bit here. I probably could have brought another empty over here. Is this full? Ah, look at this, huh? Look at all the methane we got collected here. Come on, so drop that back in there. Oh, wait a minute, the atmospheric processor is down at the other end. So, I guess I'll just grab some aluminum. Well, that's iron. Huh? I think I'll trade that for the methane, because I gotta make water. I want to make water. Oh god, don't you dare. Alright. So maybe I'll get that other processor up here at night when everything dies. I want to start making that. I want to set up for that printer so I know where to build and everything. God, come on. That right there represents 3 days worth of work, or possibly even more, because I'm supposed to clean the machine, get the fly ash, get the aggregate soil. I gotta drill for the manganese to prepare the iron, which gets rid of the sulfur. What was I doing? God, I don't even know what the hell I was doing. So I'm thinking I want to build a base over here somewhere. But I can't keep dragging this stuff for miles and miles and miles, you know. There's some rocks here. The printer itself that I'm building is going to be on a flat area. Well, you know what? If I put that there, I can throw this stuff over here. That looks like a pretty flat spot right there. I mean, I guess I wanted to build further down that valley. Maybe I could build right on the edge. Well, I'm just building a printer. Yeah, this is a good place to build this. The stuff will fall at the end here or something. It won't roll back towards the end or something. I gotta get my food. I guess it's okay. Oh, the power thing's up. Wait, I got it backwards. Get it backwards here. There we go. So what we do is we build all the parts during the daytime. And can I squeeze through here? Oh god, I can't really walk through there, can I? I don't really like walking over walks. I don't like walking over walks. Or cables. If the guy trips and falls and goes unconscious, I'd be in a heap of trouble. What did I bring over? Shit. I don't remember what I did with that methane. What's that? That's the oxygen thing. Oh, I don't know. I gotta get some food into me. Let's see, food and water. And 2 vitamins. Just drop this over here. And now what I'm going to do, after all that work, because the game does crash, and it even crashes on game saves. I didn't like that very much. I forgot what I did with that stuff. Alright, so those are all saved. Oh, it's the Mars atmosphere. That's an empty. What is this? That's an empty. I got the CO2 and that stuff. Why don't we... crap. I really need to do... I'm supposed to do the fly ash. That gets me some more carbon dioxide. So what we do is we're going to clean the machine here. It's called Create Fly Ash. And that gives us fly ash and carbon dioxide. And then we take, well, we'll just save that or something. So I need aluminum oxide and iron oxide, which we just took out of there. And this stuff, God, don't empty this stuff or else I will be just... This represents like half a day's worth of work or more. Let's put this over here. Maybe it'll be comfy over there. Water should probably go over there too, I guess. If I can just remember. Sodium oxide, sodium hydroxide, water goes over there. Empties. And this guy is my regular atmosphere. And I'll just put it, well, drop it in there somewhere. What have I got to do? What do I need? I need aluminum oxide. Do I? That's aluminum. Wait, this can't be aluminum. It's nickel. That's aluminum. I don't think I have any aluminum oxide. What do I have to do? A run for that too? That's the carbon methane process there. Oh, I gotta take this apart. I need to... What do I need to do? I need to do that aluminum oxide process. See if I can grab this. Oh, let's see. Slow synthesize. What the hell is it here? No. Split? No. Split. Split aluminum oxide. I need to get the aluminum oxide out of the soil. Iron oxide, aluminum oxide, and silicon dioxide. Well, I wonder if I can put these guys over here without losing them. I need to recycle some oxygen here pretty quick. I don't really like putting those barrels there. Not near those cables. I'm not going to put them there. Taking another extra minute to be organized will probably save time in the long run. And it's getting dark awful quick. Alright, sodium hydroxide somewhere. And we need some soil. That's water. I don't think I got any more soil left, have I? What's that? Nitrogen? Yeah. I don't have... There's some soil in there. Let's use this. Alright. Now I go back and get the iron oxide process. No, wait a minute, that isn't right. God. I'll be glad when I can make them those racks. This is really difficult to do. Oh, what have I got? I don't think this is the right thing here. It's sulfur dioxide. I thought I had some. Solid waste. Oh, that's... I don't have the silicon dioxide. I must have dumped it. Let's see. It says iron oxide. You are getting that in this process. See, I'm just looking for the aluminum oxide right now so that I can clean the unit and get some CO2. It's going to be this. And I guess I use empties. Of which I just happen to have a couple. Alright, there it is. No, we don't want this sodium oxide process. So I have to be careful how much sodium hydroxide I use. I want this process here. Now we're actually using the sodium hydroxide to drill. I only need a very small amount, like 4 units, really is all I need. I don't want to do the whole thing. I just want enough to make the fly ash. And that only takes 1 unit. Okay, so now I've got that. And I can take, let's see, let's take this back out. If I accidentally empty this sodium hydroxide, it would just not be a good thing. Not be a good thing. Mars soil. Stick this back in here. Oh god, I dropped it. Once I just held the E button, I lose everything. Okay, what do we need now? I'm going to create the fly ash. It's supposed to be done once a day, but if you do it like once every 2 days, I mean, what are you going to do, you know? I got 4 units in there, so I'm really going to clean this thing good now. Fly ash and carbon dioxide. So we need an empty. What? Aluminum oxide and iron oxide. Okay, so that's the 3rd one. Oh, he's running out of oxygen. I gotta go feed him. I'm gonna place these things here. Iron oxide's in the middle. And really, that's silicon dioxide. I'm just gonna empty it. I hope that's what it was. Now I need another empty. But before I do that, first things first here. Save the game. See if it crashes. See if I just lost a whole hour's worth of work. Really should save more often. Like after every process or something. Because the game will crash at some point. They'll have a memory error or what. It will do it. Yeah, let's recycle the air while the vent's open. His vitals are good. Sleep time, probably a good time for him to go to sleep for about, I don't know, 6-8 hours. 6 hours maybe. I'll put this down to 6 hours, I guess. I want to do a little bit of work at night. I hadn't even started building stuff with the printer yet. I need to get some aluminum over there. I have to drill for some boron to make some glass. He's got a suit on. Recycle air again, somehow. Oh, I didn't go to sleep yet, did I? You could sleep with that open, I guess. Let's see. 6 hours. And that's a mod too, that's sleep time. I'm just checking something out here. Bear with me a moment. I'm doing a little bit of multitasking here. Alright, back to the game. He's got his sleep in. Oh yeah. Now what I do after he does his sleep thing, well, it's only, well, it's 4 in the morning. Oh, that's time on Earth. there's a solar storm coming, but it's at night. I want to see something. I want to do an hour and see if that solar storm thing is still there. I don't think it changes. I don't think it changes. It only... Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. I don't even know how much sleep he's got left. Yeah, he's all full up on his sleep time. Alright, well, I guess we're stuck doing this. Save game. I always save game before and after the tent thing. So if the game crashes between now and whenever, I'm going to call it quits. Alright, so what do we got? We're working on the fly ash thing, aren't we? We get the iron oxide. Wait, let's see. Okay. That's empty. So we're doing fly ash and CO2. I thought I had CO2. But I don't remember. I must have dumped it. See, this stuff slides down here. Come on, get up. Let's grab, I think, I don't know what this is. Solid waste. I gotta use the restroom too. We could do a liquid waste thing. We got dewater and hydrogen sitting over there. Those are refined. I don't have an empty. I guess we start working on the building. We start building stuff. Right, well, I got an idea. What is this? That's like almost an empty, isn't it? I could probably use this. I think. Alright, good. We use this. So, fly ash, carbon dioxide. That's what we're making. And I only had 4 units of, wow, that really gets me the CO2, doesn't it? I don't have to deal with the, I don't have to deal with the atmosphere. This was way so much quicker. What did I do? I created fly ash because it cleans the machine. But technically there's really not that much in there. I mean, there's not that much CO2 in there build up. I got 80 units of carbon dioxide out of that. I'll see that iron oxide is what's the problem, because that's really, you know, I need to limit that to 2 to stop that at 2 units. Alright, so let's put, we got an empty, I think. And iron oxide. I wonder if we could make, let me see something here. I wonder if we can transfer this to the, wait a minute, let me look at this process here. So the next step for the iron oxide is what? Split iron oxide. No, the arrows doesn't work. Oh god, I need carbon monoxide now. How did I get that? Carbon monoxide. So I'm going to look at that as an output somewhere. If I use carbon dioxide, I'm defeating the purpose. Carbon monoxide and water. Carbon dioxide and hydrogen. Uh-oh, I got a notification. That one produces carbon monoxide. I can convert silicon oxide to silicon dioxide, use the carbon. I don't want to use the carbon really. Eventually we grow this stuff. And see, in some of the synthesis process, there might be a lot of carbon dioxide comes out of the iron creation process. I can see that. Where does that leave me? I got some fiber down there I could split. I can't make the fabric. I might need the fiber for something in the process, so I don't really mess with that yet. I do have some carbon. I need carbon monoxide to do the iron. Wow, that's a 1-for-1. Holy crap. I got 60. I need 60 carbon monoxide. $30 units of carbon. That's the best way to get it. From the carbon dioxide, not the carbon. That's a 1 for 1. That's a 1 for 1. I needed the carbon for something. Oh, I need the carbon to process the aluminum oxide. So I don't want to use carbon up. I mean, I can reuse it. I could reuse it if I kept a certain amount out. Maybe I can do that. Let's take a look at that. That might be an idea, because I can reuse the carbon. And I should have quite a bit here, actually. See, I got... Let's leave ourselves 30 units of this. Let's see what we got here now. What am I doing? I need silicon dioxide. Now, what is this? So let's see here. I guess we're gonna go take a walk. Nighttime is our time to transfer materials. Pretty boring. I got some iron oxide there. That's probably full. I'll just leave that in there. Look at that, huh? You got methane of the yin-yang. I wonder if I should use this. I should take that solar panel back there. Oh God, look at this. I lost one barrel down the road. Oh, look at that, silicon oxide. So, this stuff here is supposed to be silicon dioxide. They made a critical error in their naming conventions and the chemicals that they used in this game. This is the one obvious, blatant error in the game. Silicon dioxide is a component of glass, which is in the ground. And silicon oxide is nowhere to be found, so I don't, where the hell am I? I got lost. So what we do is we have a provision to convert this back to silicon dioxide. And it's just a naming convention fix is all it is, really. I've got one empty. And we just run that. what I could do is I could take this solar panel and the other one that's back there and bring them both up here, because building the printer is kind of a priority now. I think, to get those materials used up. I think that's what the priority is. I don't know. Anyway, it says carbon. Let's see, this is empty. And I need to get some water. Now we have our silicon dioxide and our carbon. And what we're going to do, silicon dioxide and carbon. And we're converting that to silicon and carbon monoxide. So those are both empties. And the fly ash and the soil waste is going to be used for something. We have to make aggregate soil in order to make the low-grade iron. And this is, what the hell did I just take out of there? I took carbon dioxide out. I don't want that CO2 sitting there. Well, I'll just leave it there for now, I guess. I need some empties. Need some empties. We're getting pretty lucky here to get these empties. That's sodium hydroxide. Ooh. I want that. Carbon. Silicon. And carbon monoxide. I don't think I have another empty. Shit. Now I gotta do. I've got to go down and pick some empties up. That's what I gotta do. It is 6 o'clock. The solar panels will be probably needing to be cleaned. Let me just clean these guys here. So the reason why I'm taking the printer is because we can oh God, I don't want to fall down that cliff. Here's the barrel. I gotta watch your eyes. Here's some night vision here. So I'm going to put some empties in this thing here. And I should be able to get 6 of them in there. Just to make sure. See, I can lift this. When them things are full, you can't do this trick. Well, I didn't know that. I can put 6 empties in here, but if they're full, they weigh a ton. I forgot how many I put in there. I think there's 3. I think there's 3 in there. I don't think I put 4 in. Oh God, don't fall in. Jesus. You'll never get out. Oh God, I only got 3 left in here. It is a slow, tedious, challenging simulation. I'm putting that 6th one in there. That's a rock machine. I don't worry about that right now. There's 6 right there. That's just about all he can lift up right there. Wow, 10 o'clock, it don't get very bright out here, does it? I don't know why these explorers keep coming up. I have no idea. I think it's a rock down there, but... Oh, that's a shadow. There's a night vision mod type of thing, and de-blurred vision or whatever. I got that mod in here, and believe me, it is so much better on the eyes. There are some mods that people make that I have no idea how they make them, but without them I wouldn't be playing this game. So I should probably go. That's like one of the best mods like to use. Okay, let's empty this out here. Eventually we will get over there. I got 6 of these empties. I don't know about blocking this area. It's getting a little tight in here. Alright, what have we got now? Silicon dioxide, carbon. Oh, wait a second. No, I got the silicon dioxide. What the hell am I doing? I'm supposed to be making carbon monoxide. There we go. That's what we want right there. Now I'm just going to use. I could take it down to 20 actually. Let's see how far it goes. 20. Yeah, definitely don't want to use all my carbon, because that's my. I can make some more carbon from somewhere. So that's carbon and silicon dioxide I got on my input, don't I? Where am I going to put them bottles now? Over there? Wait, the carbon, the silicon dioxide, maybe over here? Actually, that's actually a final product. Let's put this over here. We got here, we got some carbon, and that's used for the methane process. What do we got here? We got carbon monoxide and silicon. We'll put the silicon stuff together. Carbon monoxide. That is used to process iron oxide. Probably wondering, like, well, how can you remember all this stuff? It's just what I do. I can't remember. I don't have very good memory at all. I don't need that. We're processing iron oxide into low grade, so I need carbon dioxide over here. I didn't empty. The CO2 is right there, and the empty's right there. I should check up on my sleep. I should be alright though. I did the sleep last night, so I should be able to get through a whole day. And that's our CO2. We'll just go ahead and zoom in here. We are making low-grade iron and carbon dioxide. So we've got, they're all 1-for-1 exchanges. I've got 44 carbon monoxide. I've got 80 iron oxide there. I need units of 10. So that's 40 units of iron low grade. So we've got an issue with making the carbon monoxide. One way is with silicon dioxide, but I get that with the aluminum oxide. I mean, it might be possible. There's our 40 units. Now the iron low grade, let's see, we'll just take that. I don't know what the hell else, the CO2. I just put it back over here. It seems like it's got a home over here. It's like a waste product, sort of, I guess. No, it just wants to roll over there, don't it? I wonder if I should put iron low grade. I don't want to process this yet. It's almost like a shitload of work to do to make this low grade iron. Well, look at it this way. The solar panels are getting a good charge. And this is carbon monoxide. So we'll put the CO gases over here, I guess. And I think what is this here? I want to put this in here because I heard that when the gases are left in their barrels out like this, they actually slowly dissipate. So if you put them in the machine, they won't dissipate. Don't know exactly how true that is, but now I've got cable here. How do I get I don't know what cables are connected to where. I want to move this cable. That's not connected to anything, I guess. See, this is why I need the power box, but I'm gonna do, you know. So I've got a divided up cable here. I don't think that one's gonna reach. I need that box over there. I think I'll have to do. God, I can't disconnect it. I'm stuck on it. What the hell? Right. It's going to be a little dangerous, I guess. Oh, he's getting hungry. Let's see here. Food is of the essence. Now hopefully, well, it's got to be some food. Yeah, he's pretty low. He could use a water. I think, can he eat right from... He can't, so there's that. Go to our little waste pile over here. Check his vitamins. I'll take two. Oh, I guess he could eat another food. One more vitamin. Vitals look good. Time looks good. Now I want to take this poop machine and move it back a notch. Just a little bit. And now, I don't know what this cable is connected to. Now, you know, the game is jerky, okay? And the problem is because there's so many food packets and stuff kicking around. The sun kind of is over in this direction. I've got to watch out for my radiation too. And the sun's like, there's no angle. Now that one's attached. I don't... I might be able to move this over. No, I suppose it'd be nice, you know, if I wish to collect soil right now, but I'm wanting to save a little bit of the solar power. Come on. For the building project. Oh god, is it stuck in there? It is. Have I got a problem here? Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. Put this thing. Oh, there's an idea. It's a little bit far away, but I'll use it, I guess. I wish I could like move that rock. The printer's got to be in this area. You gotta move this. It's slow. It's not your typical game simulator, let me tell you that right now. It just isn't. Those empties are right in my way. I want to put this thing there and the empties are in my way. If I can show them up here. It is kind of nauseating because it jerks around. That's not really good because it, you know, and I play this game a lot. I'm playing it more now than I ever used to because I ain't got nothing else to do. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to build here and then like build a printer right there, I guess. Now the other thing is in the back, and that. Now that's a little tipsy. I wish it was better than this. I think I can move it out. I don't know. No, I don't want that either. I want it tipped a little, but I don't want it tipped a lot, you know? That is what it is, right there. That'll work. The parts will slide out of that. Oh shit, the cable's not going to reach. Get there. I don't like this area. We can do these rocks, you know, at some point. And I don't know if they disappear. I have no idea if they disappear or not. I'd like to figure out that damn box, you know? Now, I want 2 in here because it does, it kind of does take 2. That way I can process at night and whatever. Bad boy. Just bring this cable is jiggling here, so uh-oh. I don't like this. I don't like it inside that rock. What's it look like here? Well, it is what it is. Fuck it. That toilet's gonna be in my way, isn't it? And I don't think I got... I think this is all freaking iron. Oh, I got a can of aluminum. Look at that. Now, technically, okay, all this stuff here, this is all well, the aluminum is not the alloy. The iron is the alloy. Oh, shit. Wait, yeah. That's the methane right there. I know that. There's some silicon dioxide. Probably don't need it for nothing. Iron. Anyway, the iron out of the supply is technically the alloy that we build. Finally, so we could build. Now we just go to our. I don't know if it has. Right, the machines. This is the stuff we gotta build. I know we need 8 corners. Oh, there's no aluminum? What the hell did I put in there? What the fuck? That's 130. Oh, it's aluminium. It's aluminium. So what I have to do is I gotta convert aluminium to aluminum. It's not a big deal. Very easy to do. Except we need power to do it, so let's see here. Empty. I don't know. It's okay. Aluminium to aluminum. I have to make all the frickin' processed iron. Alright, aluminium. Now we gotta look at this because just to make sure. It says aluminum. Make sure that's shut off. Let's walk this puppy over here. The game is kind of hard in the sense that you can't see anything. Oh, where am I going with this? Should be over here. No, see, this isn't correct. That way I've got everything accessing 2 solar panels. Well, almost. Look at this thing shake. I wonder if this mod that guy's got will work in single player, because the shaking's like getting worse. Alright, we've got our aluminum. Why the fuck isn't it going in there? That uses glass. Silicon. We got silicon. We made a bunch of silicon, didn't we? Wait a minute. What is that? That's a power unit. We only need one of those. Silicon. Silicon dioxide. There's some silicon dioxide. Solid waste. I know I got silicon. There it is. How much? Oh, we got 22 units in there. That's enough to make that power unit. Now that uses glass, those are the glass units. So that's the next step. We gotta mine for some glass. How many of them do I need? Alright, so we need to build the large factory. That's a 3 by 4 by 2. Okay. We need to build the MMRTG. That means a 3 on the end. So we're talking 3 by 4 by 3. And that food unit is a 4. Because 2.9 and 3 don't cut it. So now we're talking 3 by 4 by 4 right there to get the large factory, the MMRTG, the water fountain's smaller anyway. And the rest of the stuff is the modular, not the modular, but the building stuff. Oh God. Can I hide? Oh, there's no shadows. There's one way the hell over here. It won't let me do it. Damn it. It won't let me do it. There's not enough shadow. Oh, I found a spot. I'm kissing this thing. There's your radiation solution right there. We were up to 0.4 before. We're still right around 0.4 and it's going down. I thought that was getting noisier and noisier and noisier each time, and then all of a sudden I decided to look and see if there was going to be a radiation effect. So there's the solution right there. And I'm going to just grab me a quick drink of water while I'm sitting there waiting. That's my secret. Don't you tell nobody. So if we get that radiation panel built, I don't know how the hell, where am I going to build it, you know? We need the large printer. I mean, we need the large factory to build it with, because that's the ceramic. Bubba. I ran over there. I kissed that thing, I'm telling you. I kissed it. Now see, I still got stuff moving here. I need to get all this stuff moved. What is this? What I need over there is aluminum. Yep, that'll work. Or that's aluminium, actually. That stuff's falling out of there. I gotta grab those oh, you know what I could... can I? No, it won't let me. This is kind of a flat area here too, ain't it? Up on top here. You know, this is actually a good area to build. What am I talking about? This might be... I had to move that stuff over here. There's a panel over here. You know, I think I found a better place to build. I think I want to move this. Wait a minute. Like right where this tent is? There's no rocks here. I want to build here. I mean, I want to build a base there. So the printer... Well, I could build... If I built the... That's really not that far to walk for parts, I guess. If I put the printer there, and then build a base where that stuff is, well, that would work out good. That being said, as they say, why don't I build, well, I can't build a, I don't want to build a printer there. I think the printer's got to go right there. I'll figure it out, I guess, somehow. Right. I got to get that stuff moved, though. What time it is? Let's grab this here. Can't really build too close to the methane pocket. I mean, that's all the hill here anyway. I think what I'll do is set that there. I'll grab this one. Oh, that's silicon dioxide. Well, I was using that to get carbon from, wasn't I? Oh, this is a great spot to build. Nice and high up, right underneath the old, you know what. It's getting close to being dark. When it gets dark, we'll probably call it quits. Well, I can just set this here. I want to build some of those parts. So we're going to build a printer here, I guess. Let's see if we can build a floor, like a couple floors or something. Now see, well, that's a printer base small, okay. Whee! We're building! So I'm gonna need, are those babies clean? Oh, this is the problem. I can't. So we just throw that stuff out there, see? I don't really want to walk this way, but I'm gonna. I want to bring this other solar panel over here. If I can. I may have to let go of this. It's giving me a serious issue here. Oh God. Right, good. It's being a pain here. I think we can get it sorted. Looks pretty good. Okay. I want to bring all these power cables over here. Alright, so length width is 3 by 4. So it's 3 units long, 4 high, or whatever. The length is 3 and the width is 4. Oh crap, we got an oxygen deal with. I wanted to make up another oxygen too. I mean, we've got crap loads in there. I've got 120 in there. I didn't even use any oxygen yet. While it's doing that, I'm gonna grab me some more water. Bingo! I love the job! So now I could carry me some extra oxygen in those empty bottles. I don't know. Maybe I'll just bring that whole cup over there. Every time he goes in there, he's supposed to use up at least a unit of oxygen. So, I don't know what's going on. If I hadn't seen that alarm, I would have ran right out of oxygen. Don't look too bad. Make sure he's got his suit on. So you can see we're making some really good progress here. I'll go over and get that other solar panel, plop that baby down. There's 4, we need 12. So we'll need some more aluminum. 10 is 50. 8. Yeah, we just get the aluminum. And we got the floor built. Oh yeah, go ahead. Shift tab to my fucking my computer. I don't know why it does that. You know, it's They told me it was a Steam thing. That's what I was told. Steam is causing this, not my computer. Because other people are having the same issue with the Windows just all tabbing out. Look at that. Oh, I'd love to get that MMRTG fixed, made, because then I'd have the power. I got the power. It's hard to see that stupid X thing in there. What does it take to make that? They said just build a small printer to make the MMRTG, but see the little X is interfering with the big X over there. That thing's crooked. I gotta get another solar panel. I wonder if I have to clean those. Oh, that's in the shade over there. That other solar panel's in the shade. Look at that. We're almost done with the floor. Pretty good, huh? That's because of the fact that we got... You know, we've got those supplies over there. Where's... Oh, we've got the other ones down here. I think. Just over the hill. There's another supply thing. I think what I want to do, I want to go over and get that other solar panel. I'll save the game and work through the night. I want to work on those grow beds. It would break that off, damn it. I wanted to get this over there before dark. I wonder if that stuff looks like down there. Well, I could think it's okay. Wait a minute. Well, I guess... Fuck, I gotta look. Watch it roll down the hill. I gotta do night vision. Fuck, I can't tell. I think this stuff is alright. I don't know, I'm just nervous. I got a bottle down there too. This stuff is sliding, you know? The whole can thing is moving. I think I got enough cables over there. Night vision. So if I skip time, what am I losing? Oh, that queue number. That's strange. Okay, I guess it's okay. I might have enough. I have to go get more aluminum anyway. But I need a cable. I may need to go get that cable. I gotta drink my water now. There's an atmospheric processor right there. I don't quite remember this can. Oh God. Oh, this fucking can is moving. God, this fucking can's moving here. That one's... Oh my gosh, that can moved off the rocks. It slid off the rocks. If that thing goes all the way down there, I'll lose all my stuff out of here. I'm gonna have to move these up there. I don't know how much of a priority that is. Oh God. Why the fuck is that moving? Alright, you know what we'll have to do? Is this one moving? It didn't look like it's moving as bad. I gotta move those cans out of there. I don't like the way... Maybe if I split it up like half and half or something. Got some oxygen bottles in there. See, all of a sudden the priorities just changed. Yeah, it's moving. I didn't remember it being like this. I don't care about the oxygen bottles. Always something. If it twists around, I'll lose everything. Those are the things you gotta look for. So you have to have a really good eye, you know? I probably should save the game. Haven't saved it for a while. That's when the game crashes, is when you save it. And I've been on the game for a long time. That's what you have to do. You have to work with priorities. Like you can't say, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Something might come up, and you know, all of a sudden, you lose all your shit. And eventually, they're going to have to all get moved out of this can too, because it's on a rocky road. Is it moving? So I can't tell if it's moving or if I'm moving. But this one definitely is moving. I wonder if I could move these cans up here a little further. I might be able to put them in a tent or something. I don't know if I can put them in there. Maybe. That's it. Let's do. put these three on the back here. Another job. Got my water right here. Is this moving? Yeah, it's moving a little. This one, it's moving a little. It's getting better. Oh, that's not going to go anywhere. I don't know why they put them in there. Huh? Jeez, I'd hate to lose. I'd have lost one can down the road, way down there somewhere. So the whole idea is there's not a lot of methane, and methane helps us. It's got hydrogen. There is no hydrogen anywhere, so that's what our problem is. So in the end, what we do is we grow our hydrogen from the archaea that takes care of all the waste products and stuff like that. Which I do have to do some human waste. Now those oxygen bottles, what I could do with that is I can bring a printer over here and just dump them in there. But these full ones, I can't do it. They're like wicked heavy. I was just looking. I don't see it. It's moving, but it's like really not doing anything. And this one's here, this one's turning. Oh god, yeah, it's turning. I gotta get this shit out of here. I'll have to go get that desk. That one's not moving. I don't know why, because it's steeper or something, I have no idea. I'm glad I noticed that. I would have lost everything. And I can't build those racks either. I want those oxygen bottles. I'm just picky. I want everything. Look at this thing turn. Pretty soon everything's gonna end up out of here. Not on my watch. I'm a very attentive worker. But I guess some people wouldn't give a shit. Look, I can't tell. I don't think it's moving. But this one's definitely turning, you can see it. Pretty soon it'll turn all the way around and all that shit will come out of there. Nice night out. Nice night for the stars. I don't see it moving at all. Well, this one's going all over the place. Yeah, we'll have to work on getting that shit out of there. I don't know how that other one's doing over there. That one looks flatter. I think I'm gonna carry these up there. I gotta see how my food shit's doing. Vitals look good. We can do a food and water. Oh, we should get a sleep in and then call it a night, I guess. Good, I got the last one out of here. I got like 5 of those bottles. I can bring that. I can take this up, bring the case down here, and put them in that case. What if I got on here? I need aluminum. Oh, that's silicon oxide shit. Yeah, I'll just start tomorrow. I did good. I got the floors done almost. I caught this problem. I want to go check that other bin. Oh shit. I gotta get the desk up here. What the hell would I do with it? Oh god, the desk is over here, ain't it? Or is it? I got to get over here. I gotta check this area anyway. So methane production's pretty easy. We need the CO. This one's holding its own. It's moving very so slightly, but there's a lot of crap in there. I don't want to take any chances. I want to get those things out of there. I mean, it looks okay. I want to get them bottles moved. I wish I had those racks. I mean, the racks, I mean, they don't... Right, good. There's some Vites in here. Oh, I almost got them all. Look at that, huh? This baby's almost empty. And guess what? I've got space too. And not only that, I can eat a food and drink a water. Put 2 more in here. Oh, damn. It's clean. Oh yeah, that was... Oh my god, that was a good find. Holy crap. That thing's just sitting on a rock. Now it's not moving that much because there's nothing in there. I ought to get that bottom piece and stick it up in there. I don't know. What do you think, huh? What do you think? Should I do it? I want to take one more trip back over here. I want to get a sleep in. It is moving around. Maybe if I put this stuff to the back, this stuff is like heavy or something. It's like I gotta be careful here. Okay, well, it's not moving, but it's more precarious than that other one. I don't know. I'll figure it out during the daytime. Right now I need to get sleep in real life and in the game. Well, I've made a change so that the... Wait, did I change the scenario? Wait, how much... Oh, you know what I did? I left 120 carbon fiber in that. I left a whole shitload. Fuck it, I want to go get another bottle over here. I made it 130 carbon fiber on that bottom piece. That way they can make the panels. Let me go look at that. I think it's only 10 a piece. They only need 4, but I'm doing it without any, you know. Let me look at this again one more time. It's moving. It's like wiggling back and forth like millimeters. And that's all it takes for some reason. I'm almost thinking that I want to get them all over there. I gotta get the sleep done. I think I want to move them all. I don't know if this is iron. Well, aluminium. Aluminium. I gotta process all this stuff. Let's go see what we got over here. Actually, yeah, we can run a process and then no task and process. Machines. I wanted to do a power outlet. I think I only need 1. It's obstructed. I only need 1 more for that floor, don't I? That uses silicon dioxide. That's like a glass and an aluminum. Cute little game. Cute. It's a simulator, you know, cute little sim. I don't know, I like it. There's the floor. I think. Yep. I wonder if I can do a corner. Aluminium. I know I need 2 of these. Oh, there's the power. What is there, 2 of these? Oh, we do a power strip. So now we know we're going to need some glass. It's 4 units high. That's a shitload of glass. There's the power unit, I hope. Yep, there it is. Look at all these cans all over the place. Holy shit. Now how much oxygen? It still says 120. Lights out. I always move around a little bit. Stand up. Save game. I was asleep. It froze right there. Oh fuck. The game froze right there. I knew at some point it would. So we have to go back to the last game save. And I'm not going to do it tonight. Oh, I was right the fuck there. So I lost probably, I don't know, maybe, geez, I don't know how much time I lost there. But that's what happens. That's where it crashes because of memory issues. So, fuck. I have to do it twice. Well, that's it for the night. Back tomorrow.